Hey everyone, Matt here. I hope you're having a nice afternoon. The two stimulus proposals from the bipartisan group of senators has just been released, just as suspected, like we talked about this morning in the video. Today is Monday, December 14th. We have all the details of the stimulus proposals that were just released, so let's get right into it and talk about the details. We can also discuss the metaphorical volleyball game that's being played in Congress. The bipartisan group has just whacked the ball over to the Republicans. Are they going to dive for it and hit it back? Is Mitch McConnell going to come in for the spike? Or are they just going to stand there and watch it hit the ground? We don't know yet, but we'll have to see what happens. So, we have these proposals and let's discuss the details. Like I said earlier this morning, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're returning, welcome back. Thanks for checking me out once again and for being here. I really appreciate your support, and make sure you whack that subscribe button down below, just like a volleyball player. Sorry, everybody. You probably are trying to picture all of these Congress people running around on the beach. I apologize. That's probably some really traumatizing images you're coming up with right now. So let's change this topic right away. All right, so we have the two stimulus proposals now. Great. I can't even concentrate. Now all I'm thinking about is these guys running around on the beach in the sand chasing a ball. Oh, this is sick. All right, anyway. We have the two proposals. One came in at $748 billion. So basically what they did is they took the $908 billion package and they split it into two. $748 billion, which is, it contains everything except for the state and local and the liability protections. So that comes in with $748 billion price tag. And then the second proposal is they have the state and local government with a price tag of $160 billion, and the liability protections in its own little proposal, a little bill that they have there. So basically, within that $748 billion, it's everything that we've always been talking about. It has $300 billion for small business. It has $35 billion for healthcare, $82 billion for schools, $16 billion for testing, tracing, distribution of vaccines. And it has a whole bunch of other stuff in there, like just little piddly stuff that honestly nobody cares about. It has $25 billion in there for rental assistance. And then it has the nutrition or the food assistance in there as well, which is at this point looking to be a little bit concerning, as it looks like they have possibly lowered the dollar amount on that and given it to small business. I'll need to investigate that a little bit further before I talk about that too much, because I'm really concerned about what I'm seeing with that. Anyway, let's talk about this a little bit further. So what we have is what's in here for the people? Let's talk about that first off. It also has the unemployment benefits at a rate of $300 per week for 16 weeks. So that, those benefits are going to be ending the day after Christmas for most people. So it looks like they're going to extend those for 16 weeks with the federal boost of $300. It has the $25 billion of rental assistance. Again, we still need some additional clarity on this. How are they going to do this? Is this going to be for the tenants? Is it going to be for landlords? Who gets access to it? Is it just like to help you out with your next rent payment? Is it going to help pay off the past due rent payments? How is this going to be distributed? It's not very clear from the evidence that I'm finding so far. I need to dig into that a little bit further. We're not even sure if they really know about it yet. So it just sounds like it's a $25 billion pot of money, and it's still kind of somewhat to be determined how that's going to be divvied up. So I'll watch that one, because that could be, even though it's not a stimulus check, it still could be big to help a lot of you who are behind on your rent payments. So that could be a good one, although it's not a $1,200 stimulus check. What else does it have? It has that nutrition assistance, or the food assistance in there. What I'm seeing is that they have reduced it by about 50% from what it was previously coming in at. This is concerning to me. At the same time, they have also boosted the small business dollar amount from $288 billion to $300 billion. So it makes me think like, oh wow, you guys took $12 billion out of food assistance, otherwise known as SNAP, and they're giving it to small businesses. So, yeah, sounds pretty cool. That's not cool. It's not cool. I'm being sarcastic. Not cool. So, Anyway, I need to look into that a little bit further before I talk about that too much. I briefly saw that and I thought, wow, that's really concerning. I want to dig into it and see if I can find more specific details on that one, because that is not cool the way that I'm seeing that, just like the top line number that I'm seeing right there. It also, there's an extension on the eviction ban for 1 month. It's not much, 1 month. The end of January. So, you know, where we are right now, we're at the end of December. So, I mean, we're just a couple weeks away at this point, but it looks like there's going to be extension until the end of January. So, it's 1 month, but I guess, you know, 1 month is better than 0 months. However, the anticipation is that we're going to extend it out until the end of January after the inauguration of the new administration. And then it sounds like there's speculation that Joe Biden is going to come in and, you know, work his magic and do whatever is going to happen then. So we'll have to see. At least it gets past that inauguration date, and we'll have to see. Maybe we'll get additional information then after the inauguration, and, you know, maybe they'll push this out even further. There's an extension on the student loan deferral out until April, so, you know, that probably doesn't really pertain to many people here, but maybe a couple. So many of you are thinking about stimulus checks. No stimulus checks in here yet, but like I said, it's a volleyball game. The bipartisan group of senators just whacked the ball. Sorry, I'm bringing up those images again. I apologize. Anyway, we won't talk about that. Anyway, there are not stimulus checks right now, but this is still up for negotiation. We'll have to see how Republicans receive this. They may look at it and say, this is crap, we don't want it, get it out of our face. Or they may just accept it. They may counter. Make a counteroffer on all this. We don't know quite yet. This was just released a short time ago. So we'll have to see what happens with all of this. At the same time, Bernie Sanders was out once again, pounding the table, saying that earlier this year, Congress came together and sent out the $1,200 stimulus checks at a rate of $1,200 for individuals, $2,400 for married couple, and $500 for dependents. He said that they as in Congress, cannot go on recess, they cannot leave until they add those $1,200 stimulus checks. So, Bernie, he's getting all aggressive. I mean, that's what everybody needs at this point, right? So, Bernie, he's fighting. He's a fighter for us, apparently. So, you know, he keeps coming out. He was out today making those statements once again. So we'll have to see what happens with all of this. Remember, the White House released that proposal. They wanted stimulus checks at the $600, but my point is the White House was still proposing stimulus checks, whereas this proposal has nothing as far as stimulus checks. So maybe they'll get added still. Like I said in this morning's video, it is not game over until it's officially game over. So I'm not giving up on the stimulus checks yet. I know a lot of people are saying, no, you know, they're not coming. But seriously, you just got to stay in the game until it is literally over. So it's not over yet. It's still going on. We still have many, many days here to go. Well, not really that many. I mean, we have until Friday, basically, until the government spending runs out once again, unless they extend it for a few more days. But my point is, we have a few more days. Don't give up the fight. Never give up the fight, ever. Seriously, continue to fight on. And I'm going to continue fighting on with all of this with, you know, whatever powers I have, which is basically none, because nobody cares what I say or think as far as Congress people go anyway. So my point is, it's not over yet. We'll have to see how this goes. Again, just like over the last multiple months now, it's all these proposals going back and forth, proposals. Remember, this is just what they're introducing right now. We'll have to see if Republicans come back and say, hey, let's add stimulus checks, or if Bernie Sanders here finally gets his way along with Josh Hawley. These two guys team up together and they keep pushing forward for the stimulus check. So we'll have to continue watching that. But anyway, like I said in this morning's video, I wanted to come back this afternoon to give you the update after the release. This is kind of what we anticipated would happen. You know, it's nothing real new here. I mean, you know, it's basically what we were anticipating, but I wanted to come back because I said I would, and I like to follow through with what I say I'm going to do. So either way, I'm here for you. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I've always got your back. I will continue to keep you updated through this time. So please remember that. Hit that subscribe button. Hit it like a volleyball player, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. Enjoy your day, everybody. See you later, and thanks so much for your friendship. See ya.